Hello, my name is Nathaniel Dodson, and I run the Covenanter Monthly Pamphlet program over at covenanter.org/pamphlets. You can head over there and subscribe for just $10 a month, get your very own pamphlet delivered to your house each month, or you can buy any of the older pamphlets as well for $12 each. Now this month, January of 2015, we have an explanation and defense of the terms of communion by the Reformed Presbytery. To give you an idea of what this booklet is all about, I'll read here a brief excerpt from the back of the booklet. In 1801, the Reformed Presbytery of Scotland, the Covenanters, were poised between 2 centuries and a situation not unfamiliar to church officers. Should they remain true to the historical interpretation, that is, confession, and implementation, that is, practice, of the church's standards, or should they seek a more congenial relation to changing society through some alteration, especially in the matter of terms of communion? The previous century had been marked by controversy with the Associate Presbyterians, also known as seceders because of their secession from the established church, over the issue of civil magistracy. Unlike the seceders, the Covenanters believed it was unlawful to acquiesce in public deeds by a nation determined to cast off its covenant obligations. Thus, the Covenanters assumed a position of political dissent from constitutions and government, subversive to the principles of the Covenanted Reformation, both in church and state. The seceders agreed with the dissent in matters of church, but disagreed in matters of state. Unlike the seceders, the Covenanters refused to give suffrage unto, recognize, or in any way homologate or approve political constitutions contrary to Reformation attainments. This work was set forth by the Reformed Presbytery in order to explain and defend their terms of communion, especially with an eye to controverted points. For this reason, since adherence to the Westminster Confession in an unrevised form is included in one of the terms, there is a somewhat expansive treatment given to Chapter 23, Section 4. It indicates the very conservative decision of the Reformed Presbytery to resist alterations, and instead, it embraces a spirited defense precisely at the points most contested. Clearly, they believe that the Church's duty in the face of increasing apostasy is not to capitulate or try to appeal to those intent on deforming the Church and the nation. To this tract, a short article which first appeared in the Reformed Presbyterian magazine in 1860 is included. It was published under the auspices of Thomas Sproul, later professor at the Reformed Presbyterian Seminary. It takes up the issue of kinds of faith and whether or not saving faith is a term of communion in the visible church. It was written by David Steele. Lest any should think Mr. Steele's article was expressive of views peculiar to himself, it should be kept in mind that it was published without comment by Sproul. Furthermore, there is included a lengthy quote by Alexander MacLeod from 1806, much to the same effect. Saving faith ought not to figure into terms of communion in the visible church. So that is it. An explanation and defense of the terms of communion by the Reformed Presbytery. You can go over to covenanter.org/pamphlets and check it all out. Thank you very much.